International law was broken and a dangerous precedent set. There is no reason to celebrate Kosovo as a sovereign state. It just reminds us how frail and failing the international order is. A year on, not much has changed in Kosovo. It is a welfare case dependent on international institutions to survive. Mass poverty is a fact of life, and unemployment stands at about 40%. And even with international aid, crime and corruption continue unabated. Importantly, the Serb minority in the north of Kosovo refused to acknowledge the very existence of Kosovo's independence. And Belgrade remains indignant at how the international community violated its sovereignty a year later.
This is the date when Kosovo institutions attempted to break away part of our sovereign territory. I'm convinced that in the near future no one will remember this date, because we will work towards bringing a compromise solution for Kosovo's status, the status which will bring long-term peace and stability in our southern province. So in that respect, this date does not have any significance.
The Kosovar Albanians couldn't disagree more. They see their limited international recognition as a huge success.
One shouldn't look at the number, but at the value these countries bring. These are expected recognitions, and there will be more. You can't expect the entire world to recognize us at the same time. But if you look at other countries in the former Yugoslavia, like Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and their road toward independence, then Kosovo is a unique case of success.
But there are many experts who disagree. The number of countries that recognize Kosovo is not large, and even the so-called quality of the countries are not as significant as Pristina suggests.
5 major European countries not recognizing Kosovo's independence, including Spain, I don't think that's a victory. So basically, diplomatically, the Kosovo leadership may feel like it scored some points. But certainly, Kosovo is not a successful state, and it will not be an attractive state. It is certainly not an alternative to Serbia or other East European countries.
What is the way forward? Is there a way forward? The U.S. and Brussels forced Kosovo's independence on the world. Publicly backing Kosovo's independence at the expense of Serbia was easy on a rhetorical level, but the same commitment is not seen when it comes to everyday realities. The U.S. supported Kosovo's independence, then largely left the scene. The EU remains engaged, but with empty words and actions.
There is a huge discrepancy between words and facts in Kosovo and in all of Serbia. On the one hand, there is a lot of talk about Serbia joining the European Union and getting all the benefits from it. On the other hand, you have the bad reality. 70% of young people student age have never traveled to other European countries.
Then there's the issue of unfinished business. If Kosovo can be independent from Serbia, why can't Serbs still in Kosovo be independent or be allowed to join with Serbia? Pristina can't answer this question.
Under no circumstances and under no cost will that happen. That is a crazy idea that nobody mentions today. One has to understand that such ideas lead to a very dangerous precedent, because every place in the region has a Mitrovica of its own.
But a precedent has been set, and South Ossetia and Abkhazia have followed Kosovo's lead. What Kosovo has seemingly attained, others want too. But does this strengthen international law?
I'm afraid that all of these stories, South Ossetia, Abkhazia, and Kosovo, they prove one fact. If the international community is your only ally, you're in trouble. If you want really to be protected, you must have a strong country to protect you. In Kosovo, sorry, that was the United States.
What a pathetic reality we live in. International law was invented to protect the interests of the small and weak. Sadly, this is not the case today. Kosovo does have a right to be independent, but the way its protectors have tried to achieve this makes a mockery of the law they claim to uphold.